So I do want to talk a little bit about strategy. And what I'm going to talk about is, I mentioned last week that bridge, even though it's a trick-taking game, does have some similarities with rummy type games. How is that? You don't draw cards, you don't add them to your hand or anything like that, but you do build things. And in this case, we have to build tricks. Like if you have an ace, that's good. That's going to take a trick. If you have an ace and a king together, or if your partner has an ace and a king together, that's good. That's going to take 2 tricks. If you have ace, king, queen, that's going to take 3 tricks, and so on. But how are you going to take a trick if you start off with something like the king and the queen, and maybe you have some other little cards? We use X's to denote indifferent small cards that are hopeless, that will never take a trick. How can you take a trick with something like a king and a queen?
Get rid of the ace.
Get rid of the ace. And how would you get rid of the ace?
Play low.
Well, if you play low,
or play fine,
and somebody plays the jack,
Play high.
yep. So you can play high. So if you play the king, the opponents have 2 choices. And let's say you know that maybe because you're declare, you can see both their hands. You don't have the ace. The opponents have the ace somewhere. If you play the king, the opponents have 2 choices. They can play the ace. Either this player or this player can play the ace. It doesn't matter which one, really. If they play the ace, well, the ace is gone and the king is gone, and the queen is the highest card left in the deck. And if they don't play the ace, then the king wins because nobody beat it. So this is called building a trick by promotion. That is playing a high card from a sequence of high cards to force out the even bigger cards so that your middle cards will take tricks. So let's say we have something like this. And now we can play our high cards. Eventually, the opponents can refuse to play the ace all day long if they want. But whenever they do play the ace, we're going to end up with 3 winners. Or if they refuse to play the ace all day long, we might, depending on how long they keep that up, we might even take 4 tricks. But we're guaranteed to take at least 3 tricks as long as we play this. And
It's nobody tricks.
yeah. And this is called building up tricks by promotion or by force. We're forcing out the ace.
because if they sit on the ace too long, it's going to get trumped later down the road.
Right.
If you're in a suit contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even if there's no trump, maybe nobody ever plays the suit again, and they don't get the chance to win the ace. So eventually they're going to have to take the ace, or maybe they don't have enough cards to hold on to the ace forever. They're going to have to play. This player will have to play the ace at one of the first 3 tricks, and you'll end up taking 3 and losing 1. A quick shortcut on calculating this is we have 4 in a row, and there's 1 card missing that's higher than our sequence. So this combination is worth 3 tricks. But we have to lose the lead once, and that gives the opponents the opportunity to do something themselves, like they can do the same thing. If this person has a king, queen, jack, 10, they can do the same thing back to us and try to build their own tricks. And one of the keys to bridge is that we have to, there's a building phase and a taking your tricks or caching phase. If we play our aces first, we will take a total of 3 tricks in this whole hand. But if we play our king, queen, jack first, we'll have built up or established our 3 winners, and then we'll lose the lead, but once the opponents play, we can win the lead again, and then we can take our winners. So here, if we start leading, and anytime I put up a hand diagram on the board, it's always in suit order. So this is going to indicate spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs in that order. So if we start this hand by leading spades, we'll take 6 tricks. If we do anything else, it's likely we'll only take 3 tricks. So Mark has it on the board over there somewhere that we need to lose our losers early. So we need to look for ways to build tricks, and one of the safest and most powerful ways is by promotion. And we don't have to have King, Queen, Jack, 10. We could have a suit like Queen, Jack, 10. We can do the same thing. If we lead the Queen and they take the King, well, the Queen and King are gone. If we lead the Jack and they take the Ace, now the Ace, King, Queen, and Jack are all gone. And now the 10 is the highest card in the deck. And so we've built one trick. And again, we can use this shortcut. We have 3 in a row. And there are 2 missing cards higher than ours. So this combination is eventually worth 1 trick. If we had a 4th card here, Queen, Jack, 10, and 9, we have 4 in a row, take away 2 for the cards that are missing and higher than ours. And this combination is eventually worth 2 tricks. The downside is we have to lead this suit, which means we lost the lead, and we have to have some other way to win the lead again so that we can continue forcing this suit.